A woman came to him with an alabaster jar of very expensive perfume, which she poured on his head. Matthew 26:7. Matthew 26:15. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him to you?" So they counted out for him 30 pieces of silver. 30 pieces of silver for Judas. Matthew 26:20. When evening came, Jesus was reclining at the table with the 12, and while they were eating, he said, "Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me." Then they were very sad and began to say to him, one after the other, "Surely you don't mean me, Lord? Surely I say to you, one of you who eats with me will betray me. It is one of the 12 who dips with me in the dish. Is it I? Is it I? Is it I? The one who has dipped his hand into the bowl with me will betray me," Jesus replied. "The Son of Man goes just as it was written of him. But woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been good for that man if he'd never been born. Betrayer, woe to him, because it's better if he'd never been born." Matthew 26:26. While they were eating, Jesus took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to the disciples, saying, "Take, eat, this is my body." Then he took a cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you. This is my blood of the covenant, which is shed for many. I will no longer drink of the fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new in the kingdom of God." After that, they sung a hymn and went to the Mount of Olives. Matthew 26:31. Then Jesus told them, "This very night you will all fall away on account of me." The disciples, they will all fall away because of Jesus. "For it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. After I have risen, I will go ahead of you into Galilee." Matthew 26:33. Peter replied, "Even if all fall away on account of you, I will never will." Jesus answered, "Truly I tell you, this very night, before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. I don't know Jesus. I don't know Jesus. I don't know Jesus." But Peter declared, "Even if I have to die with you, I will never disown you. I will never disown you, even if I have to die with you. Never. I don't know Jesus. Never will I say this." And all the other disciples said the same thing. Yes, us too, said the other disciples. Matthew 26:42. Garden of Gethsemane. He went away a second time and prayed, "My Father, if it is not possible for this cup to be taken away, unless I drink it, may your will be done." Must be drunk to be taken away. Matthew 26:53. Then they came and laid hands on him and took him. "Do you think I cannot call on my Father, and he will at once put at my disposal more than 12 legions of angels?" Matthew 26:53. Legions of angels. Matthew 26:69. Now Peter was sitting out in the courtyard, and a servant girl came up to him. "You also were with Jesus of Galilee," she said. But he denied it before them all. "I don't know what you're talking about," he said. "You also were with Jesus of Galilee." "I don't know what you're talking about." Then he went to the gateway where another servant girl was and said to people there, "This fellow was with Jesus of Nazareth." He denied it again with an oath. "I don't know the man." "This fellow was with Jesus of Nazareth," said another servant girl. Peter said, "I don't know the man." Matthew 26:73. After a little while, those standing there went up to Peter and said, "Surely you are one of them. Your accent gives you away." Then he began to call down curses, and he swore to them, "I don't know the man." Immediately a rooster crowed. Then Peter remembered the word Jesus had spoken. "Before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. Surely you are one of them. Your accent gives you away." "Ha! I don't know the man. Cock-a-doodle-doo, crow." And he went outside and wept bitterly. Matthew 27:5. When Judas, who had betrayed him, saw that Jesus was condemned, he was seized with remorse and returned the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and the elders. I have sinned, he said. I have betrayed innocent blood. What is that to us? They replied. That's your responsibility. So Judas threw the money into the temple and left. Then he went away and hanged himself.